Hey guys, what's going on? Ben here, and today I'm going to be doing a music review. Um, I'm going to be reviewing one of my favorite bands ever and their new record and the vinyl, the CD and vinyl. I'm doing another CD vinyl comparison, like I did to their EP, and then I'm going to first off I'm going to review the album, and then I'm going to go into the comparison and then what everything looks like and stuff. So yeah. Come along with me and let's check it out. Alright guys, we have the record and CD right here, and I'm going to compare both of these first and yada yada and go on and so forth. First off, I am going to review the album. The new album is called Lifelines by Prevail, and this is their first record, first album, not EP, first album off of Fearless Records, and it is, I think personally, it's a really solid album, but there is a few ifs and buts there. I am going to get into it, but first, I'm going to talk about the main tracks, the three main tracks on here, which is the first three that were released, not including My Heart or Surrender. I'll get into that in a second, but I'm going to do the first three singles that were released off this record, and that was Scars, Stuck in Your Head, and Come and Get It. Scars was released first out of nowhere off of Fearless, and it is the most viewed video on Fearless's Facebook page, and it was released a little over a year ago, and it's one of their more heavier songs. Has kind of like a heart versus mind, face your demon thing thrown into it. Scars is a really good song, very catchy, very heavy. Stuck in Your Head, everyone considers that to be the best song off the record, and I can see why, for great reasons. It has a very catchy chorus. It's all very catchy. The screams are mixed perfectly into it, and it just sounds really good. And then Come and Get It, another heavy song, really good heavy song. I've seen them live at Warped Tour, and I have proof that I've seen them at Warped Tour. You'll see in a second. Come and Get It is one of my favorite songs off the record, but I am going to do my top three favorite songs on here. My top three favorite songs is number one is Alone, because I just relate so much to the song, personal stuff. Number two is Come and Get It. That's a really good one. And three is Lifelines. Now, Lifelines was the fourth single off of here, and got a video recently along with Come and Get It. Lifelines, both Heart vs. Mind title track and Lifelines title track have been really, really, really good. Both of them are very catchy, have very good melody to it, and it's all mixed really good. The weakest song on this record, you guys are probably gonna hate me for this, but is My Heart, I Surrender. Now, is it a bad song? No, it is not. But the reason I say it's the weakest song off the record is because if you were to hear the original My Heart, I Surrender off of Heart vs. Mind, it sounds way, way better than this version. Now, this version is really good, don't get me wrong, but I don't like it on this one because I feel like it's too overproduced, if you think about it, because on the original one it's just very basic, has the little producing in there, has the little special stuff thrown in, but this one, if you just hear Brian, there's a lot of echo on his voice. The guitars has a lot of echoing to it, just a lot of effects added onto it, and in my opinion, just kind of kills it. So I think that's the weakest song off the record. And the best song off the record, in my opinion, I'm not saying, like I already said, my favorite song on here is Alone, but I'm doing this one out of all the general consent, and out of this one, it's either Scars or Stuck in Your Head. Yeah. And on this record, I have two problems with it. I have two big problems with it, and that's about it. My first problem is that when I hear a lot of these songs, they have a little bit of familiar riffing towards it, if you know what I mean. Like, I hear a little bit of similarity in each song with the guitars and the drums, and that just kind of killed it. But does it make it bad? No, it does not. I honestly love that riff, and I love the drumming along with it. I think it's a great riff, and I think it's very fantastic. But I just think it's kind of downer that a lot of it sounds similar. I'm not saying it sounds exactly the same, but it's kind of has a little bit of similarity to it. And with the songs, and my second worst part of it is that a lot of the songs with Eric screaming, he has that high scream. He's a really good screamer in my opinion. I think he's one of the best in the metalcore scene right now. But in my opinion, one track he has like a really good low scream, and then the next time it's very, very high, in my opinion. Like in Come and Get It, it's like high in this one, and in Scars it gets a little higher than that. Like, it's just, I don't know if it's his voice or anything, but some of it just kind of killed it. Another good song on here that I'm gonna recommend 5 songs on here that I think you really should give a listen to, and that's Scars, Stuck in Your Head, Lifelines, Come and Get It. And Worst Part of Me kind of surprised me because I was when I heard this record, I was like, Worst Part of Me, that doesn't sound like a good song right after My Heart I Surrender. But listening to it, it's kind of like, wow, this is heavy, it's very deep and emotional, and I just connect to it a lot. So yeah, out of this album, I give it an 8 out of 10. The reason it's not a full 10 out of 10 is because it's some of it's overproduced, and some of it sounds very familiar, like similar, so that's why it's an 8 out of 10. But the similarities are very good into it, and I honestly really, really like it. Okay, so now we are going to look deeply into the vinyl and deeply in the CD. First off, you have a really nice, really nice cover art. When Scars came out on Spotify, they just zoomed in on this little guy right here, and did that. So you come right here, you have that Prevail thing and stuff. Open it, and this is my proof of seeing them at Warped Tour. I saw them at Warped Tour. I met them. I went to the Chicago Warped Tour. I met them, and I cried because I'm just such a huge Prevail fan. They've gotten me through a lot. Yeah, I met them. Really, really great guys. Brian let me cry on his shoulder. Thanks, Brian. But anyways, I met them at Warped Tour. Really, really nice guys. Really nice guys. CD. This is the CD, just the album cover, and then that's the disc tray. I'm not going to get into the booklet because it's nothing special. It's just the song lyrics and stuff. And that's another thing that kind of kills it too a little bit. Some of the song lyrics are kind of really cheesy in a way. Like Alone, like I said, it's my favorite song off the record, but if you listen to it, some of it is kind of a little cheesy. So let's pull the plug, a little bit of cheesy. But you know, Motionless in White has the cheesy lyrics too. Like, look at Necessary Evil by Motionless in White. It's cheesy, but it's good. It's a good cheesy, and I honestly really like it. So that's the CD. And now we are going to go to the record. I got the limited Fog record, so we have the record. Really nice. I kept the sticker because, yeah, I like keeping the sticker on there. This is the back. I'm kind of glad. At first I wasn't very happy with this like track placement on the CD, but like when they put it on the record, like kind of like each song intertwines in a way. If you like listen to it, I just like the song placement and stuff, and I kind of like the birds too. We open it. Open. Come on. Thank you. You have these songs, and here's the inner sleeve. Really good guys. It sucks Lee's not with the band anymore because he's such a great drummer, but he has a kid now and he got married, and I'm proud of him. So they have the guy from Drum Beats Online, and he's a really good drummer too. Like, he's really good. And then you got Dylan, who wasn't an official member at the time, and I think now he is, or something. I don't know. That's the sleeve. Nothing special on the sleeve. Here is the vinyl. It's purple. Really nice. Try not to touch the thing. It's purple and yellow. I know my room's a mess, but yeah. Really nice. Really, really nice. Give me a second. I'm going to put this back in and I'll see you in like a couple seconds. So my opinions on both CD and vinyl. In my heart versus mind, I recommended the vinyl over the CD because of sound quality and just the way it sounded and everything, and vinyl just sounded way better. But in my opinion right now, I recommend the CD over the record. Now, the only reason why I am doing this is because the CD is more cleaner. In a way, it's very clean. And I'm not saying because, it's a vinyl record. Ooh, excuse me. I'm not saying because it's a vinyl record it's not going to sound clean. Like I said, Heart vs. Mind had a really nice sound to it on record, on a vinyl. But, yeah. I recommend the CD over the record. And another reason is, too, for the record, it's really, really, really quiet. Like, I blasted Heart vs. Mind, and I was like, wow, this is really loud for a record. Like, I kind of expected it to be the same on this one, but it's kind of it's really, really, really quiet. Like, it's kind of kills it a little bit. And, like, it's very cracky and poppy. It's not heavy at all. Like, Heart vs. Mind, I think, is 180 gram, and it's really thick. Maybe that also helped into it, but, like, the record for this just doesn't sound great in a way. Like, really, in my opinion, the only reason I get the record version of this is for collection options, or like collecting, or just, having it on record and CD like I do. But it is really good. I do recommend the CD over the record, over the vinyl. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. Maybe it's just my copy that was quiet or something, but I don't know. Anyways, so this is the CD. I recommend the CD. I recommend this album altogether. Now, I've had people ask me all the time, do I think Heart vs. Mind is better than Lifelines? And I have listened to both, like, very closely, and I honestly think Heart vs. Mind is better than Lifelines. Now, Lifelines is a fantastic album, really well put together, great record, great metalcore album, and it's just a great addition into it. The only reason why I like Heart vs. Mind better is because I recognize the songs more on Heart vs. Mind, and it's also heavier. Like, yeah, this one has, like, Pull the Plug, Already Dead, Scars, those heavy songs. But then Heart vs. Mind has Heart vs. Mind. That's a good heavy one, really good heavy one. Deceivers has a really good riff to it. All that good stuff. Like, and it also has my favorite version of not Heart vs. Mind. My Heart I Surrender, and that is my all-time favorite I Prevail song. So yeah. Anyways, this is a great record. I do give the record 8 out of 10. But if you guys think different, let me know in the comments. I'm very curious. I like hearing everyone's opinions on the album. I honestly, personally do recommend this record. It's a really good addition to the metalcore scene, and I Prevail is a really good addition into the metalcore outfit at the time. Really good band. I do recommend checking them out and stuff. So anyways, yeah, that's my review. Hope you guys like it. Comment below what you guys think about it. Think about my review. What do you guys think about the record and CD and stuff? Yeah, what do you guys think? I'm very curious to hear. Thank you. Have a great day, guys.